Dustin with Tech MD. We're coming at you with some new cameras and new lighting. I know it's not going to look perfect. We're still working on that, but overall, just trying to make things look better for you guys. Got another angle over here, obviously face, and the one above. Anyways, this is the G9 Plus. It's not very popular in the United States, but this guy did come from Brazil, and we're going to be fixing it. So first things first is you're going to start off with putting it on the hot plate. If you guys are nervous about fixing this device, if you're in the United States, you can mail it to us. Even if you're somewhere around the world, you can mail your device to us, and we'd be glad to fix it. The current rates will stay around $130 and includes return shipping. Also, you can email us down below. We'll have a little link for the mail-in information. So if you feel like this is too difficult, please mail it in to us. We'd be glad. All the parts and tools are linked in the description. So please click on those. It helps support our channel. Thank you. Okay, so I got it over here on the heater. As you guys can see, I use a flat mat, and I have it set for 90 degrees Celsius. And we're gonna do it for about 2 to 3 minutes and get it hot to the touch. Okay, as you can see here, we have bought the G9 Plus housing. I bought it when they first came out. You can order just the glass only, but a lot of these phones are made out of plastic and they tend to bend. And so I do recommend buying them with the housing here. So today we're gonna do it with housing only, but if you wanna just replace the screen only, you can as well. But once again, they tend to bend very easily. This one is made out of a pretty strong metal, so maybe it won't bend as easy. But here's the benefit. See this plastic rim? They do like to get beat up, and you don't want that looking terrible. So overall, if you're replacing this for a customer, it's better to use this versus the screen only. And they usually only come like this for original. So once again, I recommend this. It does take a little bit more work, but overall your work is going to look way better doing this. So you don't want to leave it on the heater too long. So we're going to go ahead and take it off. So as I can feel here, feels almost hot to the touch, but it seems like the temperature is going down a little bit on me. So I'm just going to raise it up to 90 here and give it 1 more minute. All right, so now that it's warm to the touch, or hot to the touch, I should say, we're gonna go ahead and insert, oh, I totally read this wrong. Okay, you probably don't need to put it on the heater. Oops, not until we take off the back cover. I wasn't paying attention. I should have looked at this better. It actually just requires a plastic tool to run up along the side here. This cable is going to be probably fragile, just the power cable here, so just be careful not to break that cable. Yeah, this plastic housing is all beat up. I would have definitely wanted to use the frame version of this part instead of screen only. You only save like $5 or $10 anyway, so it's better to do it with the frame. Oh, look at that. So this thing's clipped on, so it didn't actually need any heat whatsoever. We're gonna go ahead and remove, oh, it's 00 screws. Phillips 00. We're just gonna take out everything that we see inside here. Still gonna leave the heating mat on, but we're gonna go ahead and increase it to 120 degrees Celsius. All right, so now that you got all the screws removed, we're gonna go ahead and just take our plastic tool. This pops right off pretty easily. Just set that aside. We're gonna go ahead and unclip this cable. I'm gonna try to leave these cables here attached if we can. And if you removed all the screws properly, this should pop right up. Just getting our tool underneath here and just lifting up, pops right up. And go ahead and disconnect the battery. And let's disconnect some of these cables. One of them is LCD, one of them is a cable that goes to this. Okay. We got a screw here. So with your new screen, guys, we want to plug it in here and test it just like so. Obviously, I have missed this part, so I edit this piece back in. This is how you test your new screen, make sure it works, because last thing you want to do is assemble all this and it doesn't work. Then you just hit the power button right here to test it. And make sure that your new screen works. If you have no display or no power, then you might be doing something wrong. And so as you can see, I can see my old screen, it's fully functioning. But this is supposed to have been your new screen. So just make sure before disconnecting all these cables, you disconnect your battery, plug in your new screen, make sure it works, because we're obviously having problems in the front, and I totally forgot to mention how to test your screen before dismantling it, because if you do take off those adhesive, then you won't be able to return it for warranty, so don't forget that. At least they're a different color, that's always nice. We already removed our SIM tray. Just get a tool in here and then should be able to lift straight up, as long as there's no other screws that I've missed. Try to, there we go. I just pulled this direction to get this out. So I'm leaving these cables attached, black's on the bottom, remember that. And they may have glued this down, so we're gonna try to put some force on it, but not too much. Yeah, it's a little glued down, but it comes up. So then we can just set this aside and not deattach those plastic cables. If you have deattached them, just use some tweezers to carefully attach them back when you get to that point in the repair. Okay, so we do need to remove this and this, this as well, and this as well. So the best way to do this is heat and alcohol. So we're gonna go ahead and just put some alcohol, 99%, isopropyl alcohol, and that helps actually loosen up the glue underneath the connections. Those connections are just fine to have some alcohol in them. Okay, so then what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go ahead and place this on our heating pad. As you can see, it's 120 degrees Celsius, and we're going to remove that battery while it's on hot plate. Okay, so we're gonna use an iseasmo tool and some tweezers as well over here on this station. So be careful not to puncture this or you're going to blow up your battery. But with proper heat and alcohol, it comes right up, as you guys can see. I'm gonna carefully remove this up. We're gonna need that. Okay, so we looked up these 2 cables. This needs to be nice and warm. If you try to pull on these, they will rip and tear, and then good luck finding another one. As you can see, the original frame does not come with one. So this is pretty hot to my hand, 250 degrees Fahrenheit here. It's not wanting to come up. It should just be able to pull straight up, but it is really glued down. You gotta be really careful here, guys. Wow, this is ridiculous. All this heat and it's still giving me issues? There we go. Just kind of lifting it up right at this point. Can't seem to get my tweezers under this. Okay, just glide our tweezers over. It should pull up as we go along the frame, and it does. Okay, actually, you're good to turn off your heater now because this will start cooling down, but it's got plenty of heat left over. Go back to this main good quality camera. I don't got a good quality camera on the heater yet. All right, so we're gonna make sure you keep the correct orientation, but if you lost it, this side is the higher where the prongs go up. Okay, so we're just double checking the frame and making sure we got everything out. Looks like we did. Anyways, guys, that ends part 1. Look out for part 2 where we reassemble the phone and show you guys how to put it back together in full detail. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.